Hey guys, it's Z-Dub Sports Nation here. We had a little technical difficulties, so we're not going to go live reactions here on a live video, but we're going to record our live reactions for me and Zach of the selection committee's bracketology brackets, man.
Yeah, we're like probably 30 seconds away now. We have our TV set up. We're watching it live, so probably 30 seconds away from seeing what happens.
We're going to have our producer over here, Cole. Cole, say hi to the people.
What's up, people?
He's a dookie. We don't care as much about him, but he's gonna type out the brackets for us, and in between at commercials, we're gonna go over everything, and we're gonna go into the brackets. But I'm excited, Zach.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is literally one of my favorite days of the year. I cannot wait.
Zach, let's start this right now. Give me your number ones before we get going.
I think we're locked in at Gonzaga, Arizona, Kansas, Baylor.
Those in that order.
In that order. Those are gonna be our number ones.
Okay. Do you want to take a shot at the twos?
I think we're gonna see Kentucky.
Oh, here we're going.
Here we are. We're live. Gonzaga, number one.
Gonzaga is the number one overall seed, guys. That's not surprising.
Not surprising.
I think they're gonna have a good run this year. Let's see who the Bulldogs are playing, though, man.
It's gonna be interesting because you never know. An 8-9 can maybe trip them up. Maybe it's in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I think the first round matchup doesn't interest as much as what the second round matchup is gonna look like. So they're in the West region here, guys. And the 16 seed in that region is going to be Georgia State.
Okay. We've been seeing them at like 15 most of the time. So to see them at 16,
interesting.
You know, maybe they can hang within 25.
They had a good run. How many years ago was that?
In the 2015 March Madness.
2015. Number 8, Boise State,
no.
sitting in that in the dead spot right there.
8
seed, winning the Mountain West, and they get an 8 conference tournament and regular season. And Memphis.
Ooh.
Memphis is in the 9. Okay.
If I'm a Boise State fan, I don't mind seeing Memphis in that 8-9 matchup right there.
I hate beating Gonzaga's, though.
I would hate being in Gonzaga's region.
That's terrible. Oh, number 5 in that region is gonna be the UConn Huskies.
Now, you know, that's fair. They put up a good season, nothing too crazy. UConn at the 5.
Who's the 12? Who's our 5-12 here, Zach?
This is always the interesting one. Let's see.
4 quad 1 wins for UConn. They're saying New Mexico State.
That's gonna be
the
interesting.
Aggies.
That's a 12-5 people are gonna like.
Ooh.
New Mexico State, the 12.
I like UConn still.
You think you like UConn?
I like UConn still in that one. We'll talk about it later. Number 4 is Arkansas in that one.
Wow.
The Razorbacks.
They deserve a 4.
Playing in Buffalo on the Thursday. And sorry, Gonzaga's quarter is going to be against Portland in Portland on the Thursday. And now Arkansas, they're going to take on Vermont.
Vermont is not easy. That's not going to be easy for Arkansas.
It's going to be a good game. Oh, man, that's going to be really good. I love this, Zach. We've got some good matchups. The 6 in that Alabama gets a 6 going to San Diego on Friday.
In Gonzaga's region, the team they beat earlier.
Could set up something in the Elite 8. Never know. Number 11 in that is going to be the winner of Rutgers and Notre Dame.
Oh, Rutgers
gets in. The Scarlet Knights are in, Zach.
Wow, that's the one. I honestly, I was not sure if they were getting.
We were debating it. We weren't. Well, look at their faces. You can see the reactions on the Rutgers players. They're happy. I'm happy for them, Zach.
I am too. Me and Will have been like, is Rutgers going to get in? We're like, we want them in. They've won so many quadrant 1 games. Super happy for Rutgers.
They can make a run here, Zach.
Yes.
They could be the team out of the first 4 that makes a run.
They could do that UCLA type of run we saw last year. That's how talented this Rutgers team is.
Cole, any thoughts on Rutgers getting in?
I'm happy for them. Good on them to make it.
Get on them. That stretch run that they had there where they won
4 ranked games in a row.
Yeah. Number 3, Texas Tech in that region going to San Diego on the Friday. Texas Tech gets a 3 despite their performance in the Big 12. And they're going to take on Montana State, the winner of the Big Sky Conference.
I don't see much issues for Texas Tech in a 3-14 in that one.
7 here is Michigan State.
Okay.
Michigan State gets a 7 after losing the semifinals to Purdue in the Big Ten tournament.
I think beating Wisconsin helped them secure that 7.
Yeah.
I think they probably got an 8 or a 9 otherwise.
And this is going to go to Greenville, South Carolina. I think this is going to be Duke here.
This probably would be Duke. Oh,
so
Davidson.
Davidson is the 10 taking on Michigan State.
I like Davidson in this matchup.
It's gonna be a good game.
It's a storyline. Foster
Who's
Lawyer,
the 2 here? Who's the 2? Duke. It is Duke. It is Duke taking on. I don't know, but they're in Greenville on Friday. Cole, Duke gets a 2.
We beat the Zags once. We can do it again.
They want the Zags again, I guess.
I like the confidence. I do.
They can get out of this quarter though. They can get out of this little
this little quadrant.
They can get to the 16.
They can definitely get to the 16.
They can make second weekend in this. Oh, Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, I think that's easy for
It
Duke.
is baseball season for Cal State Fullerton already.
Oh man.
Zach and I were saying that Cal State Fullerton and UC Irvine should just play it on the baseball diamond in that matchup. But this is what it looks like right now. Zach, what are your thoughts? What do you like? What's the matchup in the first round that you love?
The one that I'm really intrigued with is actually there's two of them. It's the 5-12 matchup between UConn and New Mexico State, and I love this Arkansas team, but this I think Vermont could. It's reasonable to think they could pull it off. So I think those two matchups are my favorite.
Any issues for Gonzaga in the top half of the bracket?
No, I think they have it pretty easy
To the-
Boise
to the
State and
8?
Memphis.
I-
A little. They can get to the Sweet 16. They might have a
16.
tough time.
Yeah. All right. What about we talked about Rutgers. Rutgers got in.
Rutgers is the team I really think can make a run out of these. Maybe even Davidson though.
Mhm.
You can't count Davidson out against Duke in the second round. I don't think.
Yeah, you can't. Duke getting the 2 here. That means Duke's the 8th overall team right now.
Yep, they'd be the 8th. So just barely got the 2.
They hung on there after their loss to Virginia Tech. I think that shows something.
It does. It shows the committee valued the ACC to a certain extent.
Yeah,
No, this region is really gonna be a good region.
I'm excited. I'm fired up right here. We're gonna go to commercial. It looks like right here, guys. So they showed Bryant. Cole's a big Bryant fan. He loves his Peter Kiss.
He loves
Man.
Peter Kiss stuff.
Peter Kiss.
Flapping Bird, little push-ups. We got his push-ups going here. But let's go to Cole. You got our bracket for us? Yeah. All right, we're gonna share our screen here, and we have. This is what Cole is good for. Well, some technical difficulties here, guys. Sorry about that. This is the stuff you don't see. That happens like half the time when Zach and I try and share a screen when we're recording videos. There we go. All right. That's not the one we're looking for.
We'll find it here.
We'll find it here. We're gonna get it pulled up for you guys. But
There we go.
here we are.
Got it.
We got it now for you. Do that. We're figuring it all out, guys. Sorry about that. The joys of recording live, Zach.
It is true.
Oh, Kentucky's
fell
down. Kentucky's down. It's a sign of the things to come for the Big Blue.
It might be. It might be.
We got our new setup here behind us, guys. We're trying some new things. Got to figure out how. I guess Kentucky's got. Maybe find a Kentucky T-shirt instead of a hoodie.
Yeah.
I think the hoodie's a little heavy.
I know we do. We got all of our shirts back here. We kind of combined because we all have a bunch of different teams we root for. So we're all like, let's just throw them all back.
Let's send them up there.
It's kind of our new setup.
But let's talk about what we see here. We talked about it. But Duke sitting there at the 2, Gonzaga at the 1. Are they on a collision course to meet in the Elite 8?
I don't think they are. I think Texas Tech is actually back to where we've been in our bracketologies. I think Texas Tech and Gonzaga are going to be on a collision course.
Yeah.
I think Tech's a more talented team. I think Tech's players have, they necessarily don't have tournament experience to the same level, like to the level of Gonzaga, but they have experienced players in general. And I think they're more on a collision course to meet up.
That was a heck of a game yesterday between Tech and Kansas. That was
It's phenomenal.
if you watch that game, it was one of the games of the year.
Definitely.
One of
Tech and Kansas playing against each other is
all 3 of
always a
those
good
games have been good games. But
the thing that really sticks out to me though right now
Yeah.
is I feel like it's a little disrespect to Boise State though.
yeah,
I don't think it's fair to give a Mountain West champion this year, a team that has as many quad 1 wins. I think they end up with 5 or 6.
what does it mean
wins.
for Colorado State?
I'm a little worried for Colorado State. I think it's meaning a 7 seed, whereas a lot of people were thinking maybe a 6, and I'd even seen some people say a 5.
Yeah.
I think they're not valuing the Mountain West as much as people thought they might.
Do you think this means trouble for Wyoming?
It might mean trouble because if a Boise State team that wins the Mountain West only gets an 8,
Yeah.
what's that mean for a Mountain West team that loses in the semis?
Even San Diego State, like I don't know. This kind of, we were high on the Mountain West, but I don't think the committee's as high right now.
No, I was honestly fully expecting a 7 out of Boise State this year.
Yeah.
I really was, especially after that huge win against San Diego State yesterday in the championship. So that's definitely a surprise for me
Yeah, not only do they get an 8, but they get put in that spot
with Gonzaga.
with Gonzaga where they're gonna have to go face Gonzaga. It's basically a funeral.
It is. It's gonna be really tough for Gonzaga.
They're saying go get your first ever win in the conference in the big dance, and then you're done.
pretty much.
But our buddy Greg's back here. We're gonna stop sharing our screen and we're gonna go back to it, guys. As it looks like we're gonna go into the next. We went to the South, I think,
Yeah,
here.
this will be the South.
And it's Arizona is the second overall, second number one seed here, guys.
Yeah, no surprise here. Arizona has been killing it this year.
They got a good team. They won the Pac-12 this year in the conference tournament and the Pac-12 regular season.
Yeah,
Dual champion. Good for the Wildcats.
this is good. It's good to see the West Coast having a back-to-back teams 1 and 2 is really good for Western teams.
So this is the South. They just confirmed that. So they're going to play on the Friday in San Diego. And who's the 16 they're going to get, guys? Let's see. They get the winner of Wright State and Bryant. Peter Kiss versus Arizona, Cole.
Hey, there they are right
It's
there.
what we wanted. There's the Bryant Bulldogs right there with them boys.
Now, that was a fun conference championship game.
Yeah,
The
but-
Bryant Wagner one. A scuffle happened.
Wright State and Bryant are going to play Tuesday. No, probably Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yep.
Wednesday they'll play. And then the 8 seed in that region is Seton Hall.
Seton Hall. This is a team. Seton Hall can get healthy. Seton Hall could be pretty good.
Seton Hall is going to take on someone in the 9. Who do we think? Who are we?
9 seed?
We'll see.
Maybe this could be San Diego State, maybe.
Maybe in
Might-
San Diego. In
Ooh.
San Diego.
I don't know if they'd give it to him in San Diego. Let's see.
See, that'd be who is it? It's TCU.
Ooh.
TCU gets a 9.
That is a tough matchup. Seton Hall at the 8, TCU at the 9.
That's tough. Arizona doesn't love TCU being there.
I think that's a tough matchup for Arizona. Whoever wins that, even.
Yeah,
I think both of those are talented 8-9 teams.
that's a good game. That is
I'm intrigued.
5. Houston gets a 5. They're the 5 seed. They're going to be on Friday in Pittsburgh. Houston getting a 5. Zach,
Yeah.
is it deserved?
I think it's deserved. They did good enough to right the storm.
The 12 seed in that is UAB.
That's upset alert.
The Dragons right there. Oh, it could be
That's
jelly
upset alert.
time.
Jelly Walker, baby.
Oh man, that's
I think that's a 12-5 matchup between UAB.
Illinois.
Oh,
Illinois gets a 4.
We deserve it.
They get the 4 in that region and playing in Pittsburgh on Friday. Who do they play as the 13 right here?
Don't give us anybody too tough.
Chattanooga.
That's not who I wanted to
Chattanooga.
face. No.
Oh, Zach.
No.
Zach, that's trouble.
No.
Zach, that is
No.
trouble.
I didn't want that.
That is trouble.
That's not the 13 I wanted to
That is
see.
trouble for Illinois.
That's the last 13 I wanted to see. It really
They're
is.
ready. Oh,
I was telling Will, I
boy.
think we were talking Chattanooga is possibly a Sweet 16 team.
Cole, how are you feeling over there looking at this? Look at Zach's face.
Get the prayers up.
Get the prayers up, man.
Oh, I don't feel comfortable.
The 6, Colorado
Yes!
State gets a
We
6.
got it.
Let's
Yes!
go, Ram
We sit
Nation.
behind us.
Ram Nation, we got a 6. We
Yes!
got a 6. Let's go.
That is great.
Wow.
Maybe they are valuing the Mountain West a little more.
Wow.
I thought we might drop to a 7.
They're going to play Thursday in Indianapolis. Who are they playing as their 11? Michigan.
Oh,
That's a good game.
That's a really good game.
Oh,
I wasn't sure if Michigan was getting in.
what a game right there.
They're not even a play in. That's a shock. That's a shock.
Who's sitting out? Who the bubble?
I think Xavier has to be out now.
Xavier's out.
SMU probably.
I think BYU's done now.
I think BYU's done. I can't believe not even a play-in game.
No. 3 seed there's
though.
Tennessee.
Oh, I thought they
Oh.
deserved a 2 seed. Tennessee.
Yeah,
deserved a 2.
that is the one the SEC. I would have thought they should have won it.
That's 11
Went up
quadrant
to a
1
2.
wins. That's a team with 11 quad. That is as tough as a 3 as you're ever gonna see.
And the 14 there's Longwood.
Not an easy 14 seed.
No. They're fired up in Longwood though. The Lancers.
First ever tournament appearance for the Lancers this year.
Looks like a high school gym kind of.
It does. It really does.
But
I love watching Northeast
Yeah.
little high schools, universities. It's hilarious.
number 7 in that region is Ohio State. You're gonna play the Friday in Pittsburgh.
They're gonna get a good fan base in Pittsburgh. That's
yeah.
not far from Columbus, so
no
probably a home game for
a
them.
7. Does that surprise you for Ohio State?
That's about right for
Number
Ohio State.
10 there, they're gonna face Loyola Chicago.
Now that's a good matchup.
That's a good game.
That's a
Cole,
close
Cole,
game.
Cole's got a smirk on his face. He's ready for
I
that.
love them. They're a great team.
Cole's fired up for that.
Loyola Chicago,
Could
we
do
know
that.
they can do stuff in March. Maybe it's this year.
Number
again.
2 in that is Villanova gets a 2. Villanova gets the 2 over Tennessee.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No.
Tennessee was really impressive in the tournament this week, and Villanova was simply not. They barely won every single one of their games.
That we got an issue. And Delaware gets them. The Blue Hens.
The Blue Hens, maybe they can do something crazy, guys.
The Blue Hens. Man, that's what it looks like.
There were some shockers in that one.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm ready. This
I'm
is
like,
I'm
this
ready.
is March.
There was some real emotion in that one.
The West was a little like, wow, that was an awesome region.
Cole, you got our bracket up for us right now?
Ready to go.
We are ready to go. Okay, we're gonna share that with you now. And let's take a look at it. Let's scroll down here.
Or the top right, maybe.
Top right, my bad.
No, you're good.
All right, this is what it looks like, guys. We got Arizona as our number one. They're gonna take out the winner, Bryant and Wright State. That's gonna be a Wednesday matchup in the first four. Going on in Dayton, and then Seton Hall and TC. That's a good 8-9. Those are two really good teams there.
They are. Because Seton Hall's roster wise, Seton Hall's a team that could actually go on a run this year, if they were not banged up. What's your favorite matchup in this region, Will? There's a ton of them.
Colorado State, Michigan.
That's fascinating.
Colorado State, Michigan. That is gonna be a good game. What day is that? Thursday?
It'll be Thursday.
Thursday night. Give me a Thursday night game.
Prime time.
Give me a Thursday night game. Wow, that's gonna be a great game.
I'm still really shocked that they gave Michigan the 11 without a play-in. I just thought they were playing or not getting in. Maybe I was lower than
Indiana must be in now, right?
Indiana must be a solidly in, maybe a 10 or another. It might be another 11.
We'll see here. Wyoming, they're showing Wyoming there. They got to be scared right now.
Wyoming has to be terrified. I've been seeing on a lot of lists that they
BYU fell. BYU's down. BYU's down. We're losing them as they go. Guys. But yeah.
Oh man.
I think BYU has to be scared right now.
Yep.
I've seen some brackets where they were in, but
yeah, Jerry Palm I think still had BYU. So it's interesting.
Lenardi had Wyoming as his last team in prior to the Richmond win of the A10.
Yeah.
So that's probably, according to Joe Lenardi, Wyoming's done. They're not in it.
I really hope not. I think Wyoming, it's a team that's only made the tournament twice since 1988, and I really feel like they deserve to get in. They've had a great year. I'd be sad for them if they don't.
We talked about it. We gave some reaction, but Illinois sitting there as the 4 against Chattanooga.
You know, I'm feeling I love our little quadrant. If we can get by Chattanooga, I think Illinois has a really good shot to get to the Sweet 16 this year.
Set up Arizona again.
And that's a rematch. And anybody
you can win that game.
And we can win it. If anybody that watched the Arizona-Illinois game earlier knows how good of a game that was.
If you can get past Chattanooga, I could see you guys making Final Four. I could.
Our path is actually now that I'm looking at I know the whole
now that
region,
you settle down a little bit.
And it's a tough first round matchup.
Yeah.
But other than that, as an Illinois fan, I am thrilled.
So you gotta survive day one here.
Because everybody knows day one nerves and March Madness are really real. And so as long as Illinois does fine there, this is a really interesting region to me.
Michigan sitting there. We talked about Michigan, but Tennessee's a 3.
I don't see how you put a Tennessee team who just stomped their way through the SEC tournament over at a Villanova team who barely wins.
I think they stomp Villanova. They stomp them if they play. If they play.
Yeah, if they play. I mean,
I could see Villanova losing on Saturday or
to
Sunday.
Loyola?
Yeah.
Or Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Well, I mean, we know what EJ Liddell and Malachi Branham are capable of. When they're both on fire, they're two of the toughest guys to guard.
In a Tennessee-Colorado State game.
That's a good one.
I'd love to see it.
I love seeing Colorado State get a 6 because how often do you see?
It's good. It's just good.
You don't see Colorado State really ever in the tournament.
Yeah.
And to see them at a 6 is.
I don't love the 11. I think Michigan could beat them legitimately.
The thing that worries me in the 6-11 matchup, just real quick, is Hunter Dickinson. Colorado State's bigs aren't very good.
Deshaun Thomas is going to have to play really well.
Deshaun Thompson played great. Justin Moore is off the bench.
Where was that game? Cole, do you remember where that game? Indianapolis?
It was Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Okay, so that's not far. That's
So that's
not
a
far
Michigan-
from it. That's gonna be a Michigan crowd.
It's a Michigan crowd. It's going to be really hard for Colorado State to probably win this game. I'm really excited to see it, though.
Let's see how they do it, though. I think I'm fired up. Kendall Moore's gonna have to shoot the ball better.
Yes.
Justin Moore's is gonna have to sit on the bench the entire game.
Yes.
Well, that's not even a question.
Honestly.
Um,
What do you think the likelihood is of a Seton Hall or TCU being able to beat Arizona? How do you feel about it? You think it's likely?
30%,
I can agree with that.
30%. I think they could.
I think they can.
I mean, we saw what happened the first time TCU played Kansas. I think Kansas figured it out after the first one, but
It shows they're capable.
They're capable, and they catch a team on their first time playing them. You never know. We lost another one. We're dropping like flies here, guys. The joys of being live, I guess. But
Man, this has been
we're
fun,
back
though.
to the guys here. Greg's back with Clark and
Clark and Seth.
Seth. Yeah. But let's stop sharing. Let's get going again here, guys.
Midwest region.
Midwest region. This is probably gonna be Kansas.
Guys. Be Kansas here.
Jayhawks getting the number 1. Good. Hey,
Go.
let's go. Rock chalk right here.
Sucks that Kansas shirt just fell, but
Hey.
we are both Kansas supporters here.
You got it right here. Rock chalk right here.
Rock chalk.
Rock chalk right
Yes,
here.
sir.
KU.
The 1912 logo.
Yes, sir. But we got that number 1. I like it. I'm really interested to see who we're gonna get as our 8-9 game here.
Kansas has an amazing resume this year, and honestly, a team that's not been talked about enough.
Yeah. Who's our 16 winner? We got a first 4 game here. Thursday they're gonna play the winner of Texas Southern and Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Hey,
Will Luke.
our roommate, Corpus Christi guy.
So this game's gonna go on in Fort Worth, Texas. Probably gonna be matched up with Baylor in that day.
Yeah.
Thursday's gonna be Baylor and Kansas probably both playing at the same time. San Diego State is the 8th.
Hey. Our boy Trey, he's happy.
Hey, Kansas is gonna
Not-
beat that. That's
That
I'm not
sets
sure
it.
I like that matchup though.
Creighton is the 9. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like that. San Diego State Creighton. That's a tough one.
I think Kansas can beat both of those teams. 5 seed is Iowa. I don't
Okay.
like that.
I would get the 5. I thought they might get the 4.
I thought they
Honestly,
would have went up too. Hawkeyes are partying up in the locker room right now.
big win against Purdue.
Looks like they're in a restaurant, not a locker room right now.
Who are that beat ups?
No, looks like probably a restaurant inside
Oh, the stadium.
Baker's Life.
They're in Buffalo.
They're in Buffalo on Thursday, taking on Richmond. Gets a 12.
Richmond's playing good. We all know that run they just had. in the
Cole's got a
A-10.
little smirk on his face right there.
That's an easy win for Iowa.
I think it is too, but Richmond's playing hot.
Can Richmond handle the pace of Iowa? That'll be
We'll
the question.
Who's Big East? Number 4, Providence gets a 4.
That's fair. Okay, I can give them a 4. I think they're an upset alert. I don't even know who's in this 13 yet. We'll see. But I think I'm almost betting I will probably have Providence losing this first round.
Who do they play? Who do they got? Buffalo, New York on the Thursday. Who's South Dakota State?
Yes,
Okay, well, yeah,
yes.
that's an upset.
That's an upset, guys.
That's an upset.
South Dakota State versus Providence.
That's it. That's an upset here.
South Dakota State can really shoot it. This is a good matchup.
Yeah.
I am happy about that.
All right, who we got? Who's gonna be our 6 right here? LSU gets a 6.
LSU. That's kind of expected. I
Yeah.
can see LSU. being a
They're
six.
without a coach right now. No head coach.
No head coach.
We'll see.
A weird time to fire your coach.
Number 11. Who's gonna be there? 11. This is Friday in Milwaukee.
This is a bubble team too.
This is gonna be our other bubble. Iowa State. Okay.
Ooh, that's a little low for Iowa State.
Iowa State gets the 11. Okay.
That's an 11/6 where I can easily see Iowa State winning.
Yeah. 3 right here is Wisconsin gets the 3.
And they're in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee, that's good.
That's gonna be a pro
great.
Wisconsin crowd.
It's great for Milwaukee.
It's gonna be really tough for the 14.
Who do they got? Come on, Greg, give us our 14. We'll see.
Wisconsin, heck of a year they've had compared to the expectations they had.
Yeah.
Heck of a year.
Colgate.
Colgate
Colgate's 14. Raiders.
Colgate is a solid mid.
They're becoming a team that is getting in there constantly right now.
They are. They're kind of like the standard of the Patriot League
Yeah.
right now. Colgate's not a team. You cannot sleep on Colgate in this 3-14 matchup.
No, it's gonna be a good game.
It'll be tough.
7 seed on the
Ooh.
Friday is gonna be USC. This is gonna happen in Greenville, South Carolina again. So that's gonna be the same time as Duke.
Yep.
Um,
USC, I think that's a pretty good 7 seed.
SC's 10.
Ooh,
Miami's
Miami's a
the
team.
Hurricanes get a 10.
Miami's
Okay.
a good group.
They're happy there in Miami. They're ready for them. They're ready.
They were. That's kind of a 7-10 I expected between SC and Miami, or
Yeah.
in both in those
Number
seeds.
2, who's our 2? Auburn gets the 2. Okay, so that's probably Baylor now, right? Baylor gets the other 1 now. I think that
Yeah.
locks it.
Yeah, Baylor will get the number 1 for sure.
Unless Kentucky. It's Baylor or Kentucky. That's the only other possibility, but it's
And-
probably Baylor.
Yeah, it's got to. I think Baylor just because their metrics are better and the quad one wins.
Probably, but you don't 100% know. 15. Who they got? Jacksonville State
The
team that.
team who lost in the semifinals of their conference tournament.
Yeah,
In a weird rule that we don't agree with.
weird setup. We'll see. Cole, you got our bracket right for us here? Cole's got it all set up. We're gonna share our screen here. I'll show you guys what we got here. And as we mentioned, I'm hyped up. Our number 1 overall seed right here is Kansas.
Kansas. I think Kansas is looking good in this region.
Yeah.
Obviously, my favorite matchup of this region is the South Dakota State Providence
I
matchup.
think it's gonna be a good game.
I think South Dakota State has a really good chance. USC and Miami has like sneaky good, crazy game in March Madness potential. That's a good one.
Wisconsin can get out of the weekend, I think.
Wisconsin could.
I think
Or
being in
Colgate could-
Milwaukee.
Being in Milwaukee is going to really help them. Because if this wasn't in Milwaukee, I might even maybe I would think about an upset. I don't
Mhm.
know if I'd pull the trigger, but it's definitely one I would look at.
But in Milwaukee,
It's going to be tough. Iowa Richmond is another good one because Richmond and Iowa are both playing great. Iowa's probably the hottest team in basketball right now.
yeah, well, that's gonna be really interesting. They're sitting there showing Wyoming, still hoping. San Francisco's still hoping too.
That's true. San Fran deserves in too.
One of them's not.
Probably not.
One of them's left out.
So we still have one play-in game left, correct?
Yeah.
So we basically got two.
Who are we thinking on? Who are we thinking is fighting for it?
I think it's
A&M.
A&M and Wyoming. I think are going to play in the play-in game,
Okay.
and so that's going to leave Xavier out. That's going to leave.
San Fran.
It's going to leave. I think San Fran's in. I think
You
San
think
Fran's
San Fran
going to get
gets
it. I think they're going to
10?
get a 10.
Okay.
That might be a little high, but I think they're going to get 10 because the metrics really favor San Fran this
Yeah.
year. San Fran's a 10.
So that leaves out Oklahoma.
SMU will be out. Oklahoma will be out. I'm pretty sure.
BYU.
BYU will be out. Dayton will probably be out as well. I think we're looking at A&M and Wyoming as the last two in.
Quite possibly. We'll see.
That's kind of my guess.
interesting. Auburn getting the 2 though. I like that for Kansas.
I do too. Auburn's a team that we've seen kind of their struggles.
I think
down the
Wisconsin's
stretch.
the best team in that little half.
Yes, I think so too. Especially if Johnny is playing anywhere near he's capable of. Because the only reason why Wisconsin lost is he had one of his worst games of the year. Shot 3 for 19 in the tournament. But Wisconsin's going to be a tough out, especially with having their first 2 games in Wisconsin.
That's really good. That place is gonna be rocking. Probably Pfizer Forum, I think, is where they're gonna probably play.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Oh, Cole's moving around the screen for us.
LSU Iowa State is also really interesting because of how they're both heavily defensive minded teams.
Yeah.
This is a game that might struggle to reach 50 points.
Mhm.
Like it would probably be in that 52-50 type of game.
Trey's over across the room from us, but Trey, give us a quick thought for San Diego State.
I think we can get past Creighton, but my problem with Kansas is also a good defensive team. And if you shut down Matt Bradley, you have San Diego State has no chance of winning that game.
I will.
So,
So you're feeling like a round of 32 type of year for San
round
Diego
of
State.
32. But if we can somehow pull off the upset, I would be more than ecstatic.
I will say, I mean, you guys found a way to win without Matt Bradley on Friday night.
That is true.
Matt Bradley didn't do much against Colorado State.
But do we have that 3-point shooting against Kansas?
Probably not.
Probably not. I'll say this. In our apartment on if Kansas San Diego State match up, it will be a hostile apartment. It'll be lots of emotion is all
Yeah.
I'll say. There'll be lots of emotion if Kansas San Diego State meet up.
Yeah, I'm excited though. But I'm not convinced they necessarily will 100%. Creighton,
Creighton's playing phenomenal.
yeah. Look, I mean, Creighton. Zach and I kind of thought they were going to fall off after they lost Nemhard, but they've stepped up.
They shot right up. They said we're saving our season. They said
Man, good for them. I mean, it's hard to pick against Creighton right now.
it is.
It like
They were
in that
calling-
8-9, it's hard to pick against Creighton.
It is because they were calling Gillespie heroics away from winning the Big East tournament championships.
Yeah. So we'll see. We're gonna stop sharing our screen here. We're gonna get back to it. Looks like our boys are back on here. It's always nice hearing Greg Gumbel
I
again. It
know.
reminds me of March. It is March
It
when
is
you hear
March. Greg, and then the music in the background.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
In the number 1 right here, it's gonna be Baylor.
Gonna be
Baylor gets it.
Number 1 in the East.
Number 1 in the East region is Baylor. I understand why I don't like it. I don't think they are the best team in the East, but I think I understand why they did. The resume wise, but if you eye test right now, they're not a number 1 team.
No, they're so banged up right now.
Mhm.
If Baylor's healthy, it's different. But man, they're injured.
Yeah, and they're 16. They're gonna get a straight team here, right?
Yeah, they should get it straight. I think. Yeah, they will.
They're gonna get Norfolk State right here.
Okay.
It's gonna be good for the Spartans.
Spartans have pulled off a crazy comeback.
I like that
before.
mascot. That mascot's pretty lit. They're ready there though. I think
Norfolk State, they did the 15-2 against Missouri in
we get it.
2012.
Can we 16-1 here?
Dude, I would
Do you
love
know
it.
how happy I would be? I'd be
I-
thrilled.
The adrenaline would be unreal.
I'd be thrilled. North Carolina gets that 8. Oh, that
This
is
is not
that
good
is-
for Baylor.
that
This
is-
sets up-
that is so good. I love it. I love it. Armando
Oh.
Baycott is gonna run wild.
He is. If you're a Baylor fan, you have to be crying
Marquette,
right
okay,
now.
Marquette, okay.
Okay.
That is. Oh my gosh.
That top
The,
quadrant.
the committee.
The committee went
Wow.
wild.
Okay. All right. North Carolina is that they probably are an 8. They are an 8 team, but where they got placed is a great one.
It is.
5 right here. 5
St.
is-
Mary's.
St. Mary's is gonna play the upper matchups we just mentioned are gonna be Thursday in Fort Worth, as we kind of figured. These games now are gonna be Thursday in Portland, Oregon, and St. Mary's gets the 5. And
Wyoming.
Wyoming gets
Yes,
in. Wyoming
Wyoming's
versus
in.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh, the blue ring. The blue ring's back.
Oh, we're buffering, but Wyoming is in, and that is amazing to see. I am so excited that Wyoming. is in.
Zach, this is what you wanted. You were hoping for.
I was nervous, and Indiana a play-in.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you give Michigan a play-in over Wyoming.
Yeah.
Indiana a play-in game and put Wyoming or Michigan securely in. It's a little surprising to me.
Yeah. We're going to keep trying to figure this out. We're having some network issues right here, but yeah, that's amazing. Interesting.
No, it's a really good. It's Wyoming was securely in up until 2 weeks ago, and they kind of fell off.
Okay. We're
Okay,
back.
We're back.
So Wyoming, Indiana, and then it's going to be UCLA and Akron is our 4-13 game there. 6 right here is going to be Texas. The Longhorns get a 6 seed.
That's fair for them. They don't have a ton of great wins.
Yeah.
They don't. Texas at a 6.
Who's gonna be our 11 play-in right here? Virginia Tech. Okay.
You got to be scared if you're
The
Texas right now.
Hokies.
You got to be scared if you're Texas to play
Hokies.
Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's as hot as anyone in
Yeah.
basketball. Them and Iowa.
They
probably the
might
hottest
fall
teams.
again. Another first-round exit for Texas.
It really could be. That I would not be happy if I was Texas fan.
3 Purdue.
Okay, they deserve that. A tough 3 though. The 3 seeds looking tough this year.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good game. Good for the Boilermakers.
It's a Boilermakers team. If they figure out their defense, sky's the limit for them.
They could run. So Kentucky's our 2 here, right?
Kentucky will be there too.
Yale.
I see Purdue having no issues with Yale.
Yale pulled off a win. They were playing Princeton. Princeton was the team that was expected to make it.
Yeah, they were favored.
Who's gonna be our 7? Murray State. Murray State
Hey.
gets the 7 right here. The
I like
Racers.
that. They deserve the 7. 30-2 season is incredible.
They're celebrating in Murray. They got a good team right there.
They do.
Got a good team. They're
They
ready.
haven't lost in a long time.
Who's the 10? Was this San Fran? This is where you think if San
I-
Fran's in, this is where we see San Fran.
I think San Fran with their metrics.
this
gets
is
the
where
10.
we see San Fran. Let's see. Okay, come on, show us.
Murray State and it
San
is
Fran. It is San Francisco. Okay, so that's what we.
That's what we were thinking. And an interesting matchup because San Francisco, we haven't seen them in the tournament in 20 years.
No,
So to see Murray State and San Fran, really interesting mid-major
the
matchup.
Dons. They're ready for it.
The Dons could be a sleeper pick for some people because of how good their guards are.
Interesting. Super interesting. I'm excited though.
This is like a really cool 7-10 matchup to see between Murray State and San Francisco. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of that.
Number 2 seed's gonna be Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're playing
Expected.
Thursday in Indiana or Indianapolis. Sorry.
Not far from Lexington, honestly. Only about a 3-hour drive. They should have a big Kentucky crowd there.
I mean, Kentucky has a crowd everywhere.
Everywhere. They do.
Everywhere. I mean, Michigan and
Even-
Kentucky. That'd be the two crowds right there.
Yep.
Both in Indianapolis. We'll see how it goes. St. Peter's, the
St. Peter's.
Peacocks.
Peacocks.
The Peacocks. All right, that's our field.
Wow.
Who got left? Xavier got left out.
Xavier got left out. I think Richmond winning the A10 is probably
A&M.
A&M
got left out.
No, that is heartbreaking if you're A&M.
We were talking about it though.
We said it's a real possibility. Right for the show, we're like A&M might get left out. I still can't I'm still
Wow.
in shock a little bit though that they did.
I like them to beat Baylor.
Wow.
Get to
I guess A&M. A&M got A&M then Xavier probably first 2 out.
at the bottom of this bracket. I think it's pretty
That's surprising.
That's really surprising.
That's a lot.
I am I'm kind of shocked because of A&M, and I thought they were going to kind of go with the recency bias,
Mhm.
and they didn't. They didn't do that. So
So looks like Big 10 got 9 teams, Big East got 6, Big 12 got 6, SEC got 6, ACC got 5, Mountain West got 4, West Coast got 3, Pac-12 got 3, the American got 2, and the Atlantic 10 got 2.
man,
That's your breakdown of multi-bid leagues.
that is.
Here's our first 4 out right here. We got replacement 1 is Dayton,
Oh, they
replacement 2 is Oklahoma, replacement 3 is SMU, replacement 4 is Texas A&M. No Xavier.
I'm surprised to see Xavier not on there because I thought they had enough quad 1 wins to at least be on the first 4 out.
Wow. Okay.
I'm surprised that Dayton was the first team out.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked at that. That shows that if they would have won their semifinal game, they would have been in the tournament.
Probably.
Wow. 9 Big 10 teams though, man.
Wow, guys. That's exciting. Cole, you got our bracket done?
Yep.
So our last 4 in here they're talking about.
Wyoming was the last team.
It's Indiana, Notre Dame, Rutgers, Wyoming is the last 4 in. We have that. Wyoming squeaked in. We talked about it. We were nervous for them.
They barely found a way.
They found their way in. They got the win they needed to.
They did. They beat UNLV. They did what teams like Xavier and Wake Forest didn't do.
How big is it that they hung with Boise State on Friday?
I think that was crucial that they hung.
They hung that was a close game. Wyoming could have easily won it. If they lose by even 10, I think they're out.
They might not. Yeah.
That's so razor thin.
Man.
All right, let's look at our bracket one last time, and then we're gonna stop this video, and Zach and I are gonna collect our thoughts, pregame a little bit, and then we're gonna record a bracketology for you guys.
The real bracket now.
Yeah, we're fired up. We're ready. But so here we go, guys. We got Baylor as the 1 right here, taking on Norfolk State. We talked about it, how excited we are for that.
Yes, because it's a very small chance at a 16 over a 1.
Yeah,
And then it previews that UNC matchup.
that's it right there. Is the UNC Marquette, North Carolina. We're saying it here. I like North Carolina in that game.
I like North Carolina as long as they don't mess around and lose to Marquette, can get to the Sweet 16 this year.
Yeah, Tar
Um,
Heels, man.
And I'm normally not a Tar Heel guy, but this just looks very favorable for the team that North Carolina has.
Yeah, I love it. That is so. Baylor's gonna be crying. Waco is crying.
It's tough for It's tough for Baylor fans because they know where their weaknesses are. And we know how good Baycott is. We know Baycott's one of the best.
Best big man in the Big Ten or in ACC this year.
Yep.
He's one of the finalists for ACC player. Did he win ACC player?
No, Londus Williams from Wake Forest did, but he
So
was one of the finalists.
Wake didn't make it either. That's another thing
Yep.
we were curious about that didn't make it.
Yeah. Wake and Xavier took the bad L's in the first round and they cost
Yeah.
themselves.
But St. Mary's gets the 5, and then they're gonna get the Wyoming and Indiana. Indiana is the team. Oh, Cole fell asleep a little bit on. Sorry, Cole.
Technical difficulty. I missed that.
Oh, did you have some technical difficulties over there?
Okay.
Okay, so they got Indiana, Wyoming. Wyoming wins that game. Do you think?
I think Wyoming wins. I think
And then
Wyoming's
St.
the
Mary's
good-
versus Wyoming. That's a good game.
That's a West Coast game.
Yeah.
Western game. Be interesting.
We'll see. And then we got UCLA and Akron here. The Zips getting the 13 seed.
Zips can maybe do some damage.
We went missing for a little bit there.
Yeah, that was the one way that we missed was when our screen. But no, Akron winning the MAC. We know MAC teams have traditionally had success in the tournament.
Mhm.
So that's one to look out for.
And UCLA, they try and lose games. We
They
keep
do.
saying it.
They do sometimes.
Texas gets the 6. That's a risk to fall again.
That's one of my favorite matchups is this Texas Virginia Tech matchup because Virginia Tech is so hot right now. Texas struggles to score the ball. That's a good one.
And then Purdue, Yale. Purdue gets a 3.
Yeah,
That's
Purdue's
a-
got,
I think that's
they
a
got
storyline
an
to
easy
take away.
3-14 game there.
Murray State, San Francisco. Good game.
A good mid-major matchup. One you don't really get to see a whole lot in the 7-10. So I
Mhm.
like that.
And then Kentucky, St. Peter's.
Yeah, I like
Kentucky.
Kentucky's little quadrant here. I like Kentucky
Yeah.
to meet up with Purdue probably in my initial little thoughts of it.
So I think we're gonna have North Carolina making it to the 16 at least.
Most likely.
That's my first takeaway, and I think Kentucky makes it to the 16. I mean, other stuff we'll debate and we'll think about, but
Yeah.
that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's exciting. Zach, before we leave, who's your game of the first round? First thoughts?
the best game of the first round, I think.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I still think this, for some reason, the Seton Hall TCU game is really jumping out to me as a team. Whoever wins that could actually do some damage in March.
Yeah.
That's like the 8-9 that gives me the most hope. And the upset that I love to see will be the South Dakota State Providence game.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one, you think?
I talked about it for Colorado State, Michigan.
That one is also one of my favorite
It's
games.
gonna be a good game.
Illinois Chattanooga will also be a good game. It will be close. Chattanooga. Well, we're seeing Chattanooga hit their buzzer beater right here, actually.
Yeah.
Chattanooga's a team that has a lot of Power 5 transfers. So that's Illinois and Chattanooga. Another good game.
We're fired up. We're ready for it.
That
here.
was awesome.
Guys, thanks for checking out our video. Hopefully you guys liked our live reactions here. This is 100% live.
Yeah.
This is our personalities. This is our thoughts, man. I think the moment was our reaction when we saw that Illinois and then we see Colorado State. Like that was
Yes.
pure.
Yes.
But we're excited, guys. We're gonna go take a break for a minute, pregame, probably watch a little bit of the TV here, figure out what they're saying. Then we're gonna record our bracketology and get that out to you guys tonight.
Yeah. Super excited to fill out the first bracket of this 2022 March Madness. Appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking out. Like our page, comment on this video, subscribe. Who's the game you guys are most looking forward to in the first round?
Yes. Yes. I'm really curious.
Because,
There's so many good ones.
There's some good games, guys. But take care.
All right.
We'll see you guys.